This water moccasin is stuck inside the metal of the trap, and it cannot get out. If you don't grab them right behind the head, that fang and that sheath will pop back and get you in the finger. Never pin a venomous reptile. Never handle venomous reptiles without special permitting. There we go. It's slowly coming through. There we go. Almost. All right, that's gonna be fun. I'll see you soon. Bye. No worries. All right, guys. That was a good friend of mine, Jenna. She is a biologist out here in South Florida, and they study invasive species and local species and try to manage the wildlife out here, try to make sure that they find out what's going on with the ecosystems, and if there's anything that's affecting the ecosystems, nip it in the bud right away. That's the whole point of having biologists around. Now, they do surveys on our invasive species, including tegus, and to capture them, they use raccoon traps. And they take these surveys down here in South Florida, and when they were checking the traps today, they found that this water moccasin, there you go. Look at that. This water moccasin is stuck inside the metal of the trap, and it cannot get out. It's been stuck there. They're not sure how long. Most likely just a couple days, because they typically check the traps pretty often. So he shouldn't be malnourished or anything like that. And basically they called me because I'm a licensed venomous snake keeper here in South Florida, which legally lets me handle, possess, and transport venomous reptiles. So we're going to go save this water moccasin, and it's going to be pretty fun. Oh, I reckon it's snake saving time. Let's get on the road. What are you doing? Come on. All right, beautiful people, I'm here with Jenna Cole. She just picked me up from the outpost, and we're on our way to the site. You want to tell me a little bit about the situation?
All right, so we have a trap line down here that we are targeting tegus with, and occasionally we get some bycatch, so non-target species, and we have a cottonmouth who has wedged himself through the bars of one of our traps. So we need some help to make sure that he can be safely removed and released.
So what do you guys use for food when you're trapping these tegus? Typically like eggs, right?
Chicken eggs.
Eggs and fish and whatnot. So this moccasin tried to eat the egg, or has it eaten the egg?
I'm not sure if it has actually tried to eat the egg or not. Usually, it's along a drift fence. So usually what ends up happening is these guys just hit the fence and then follow the fence into the trap, which is what they're designed to do. It's basically like if they were to hit a wall, they're going to follow the wall until they find a break, and in our case, they find a trap. And
there was a small little hole through that trap, and you got wedged. Yeah. Okay. So basically what we're going to try and do is, without damaging their trap, we're going to try and get this animal safely out of that little crevice, the little hole, and squeeze them out of there without actually hurting the animal, because as we know, vipers, with all the other snakes, have very light bone structure. They're fragile. You can hurt them very easily. So Jenna's nice enough to give me a call so I can come and help out. And since I'm a licensed venomous keeper, this is all legal. They need somebody who can legally transport, handle, and whatnot. And you guys just don't have the venomous permits. So just to make it more of a safer situation and more of a legal situation, I got called out, and I'm going to help Jenna out. I've known Jenna for years. She's always been out here researching the wildlife, catching tegus, catching pythons, jumping on big crocs and American alligators to do research. All right, guys, we're going to get out of this car, get into the next car, and go see this moccasin. Cassidy's another biologist out here. She doesn't want to be filmed, but she's going to drive us to the next spot.
You can see him on the right trap.
Yeah, look, you can see his body right there. He's actually sideways right now, so he's a little bit stressed.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'll do is let me just walk on over here. Yeah, come look at this. So it's a juvenile water moccasin, not too big. He's just around 2 feet long, and just about his midsection is stuck. So if it's okay with you, I just want to lift the trap and put it in that open area over there.
It is tied, so you can break that string or untie it. Oh, just kidding.
Nope,
Cassidy's already untied it.
All right, so we just want to be real gentle. This animal is very stressed. You can see the scales are all crushed up right there. We're gonna have to safely slide this guy out. This seems like a good place to start working. Now there's burlap for shade, so if any animals get stuck in here, they won't overheat. So that's really good that I got stuck right in that spot. Now this is a water moccasin, also known as a cottonmouth. It is a heat-seeking pit viper. They do have hinge fangs, and they're called the cottonmouth because inside that mouth they have a white interior that they flash at a predator to let them know they won't be messed with. So the bite from a snake like this is no joke. It's got hemotoxic venom, which basically gives it the ability to eat away your blood cells and flesh, and you don't want that happening. So I'm just going to pin the snake down. You gotta be very careful because with hinge fangs, it makes pinning a snake much more dangerous because the fangs can come back and get you right in the fingers if you're not holding them properly. So look, I'm doing this real slow. I want to be very gentle. Look at that. See this? If you don't grab them right behind the head, that fang and that sheath will pop back and get you in the finger. Never pin a venomous reptile. Never handle venomous reptiles without special permitting and the supervision of professionals. Now let's see. I can either get the rest of the body through, or I could try to slide him out. I think I should just try to get the rest of his body through. I'm actually going to switch hands. This is going to be real dangerous. I got to switch hands and get a better grip. There you go. And I'm going to stick my hand down into the trap and try and push the rest of the body out without destroying this trap and without hurting the snake. So let me see. Man, you know, now that I'm looking at it, I think I can get him out without breaking the trap, but I might have to warp it a little bit and bend it a little bit. So let me see if I can get like a stick. Try to wedge this a little bit. You can see he's just there at the midsection, so it's just the fattest part of his body. Alright, so they're going to get some ointment, something like Neosporin, so it should be nice and slick, and I'll apply it right around here so we can gently slide him out. And you can see the snake's actually gone through shed. The old skin's coming off, so that's kind of good. I mean, it might mess up the shed a little bit, but it's better that it's got this skin that's coming off, so as I pull him out, that skin throbs off, and it helps getting him out of the trap. As you can see, he's still hanging out. He wants to get a fang in, but only in defense. These animals want nothing to do with us. They're completely out here just trying to survive, live their lives. He just happened to get stuck in this trap. And the trap, as you can see, has an egg in it for tegu. But this guy wasn't actually going after the egg. Like Jenna said, she's got a barrier right there which leads the snakes into the trap. And this guy was trying to go through the trap and he just got stuck. So he didn't want an egg, did he? You didn't want to be dealing with any of this, did you? I'm sorry. So we got some cream right here. I'll pick up that trash in a second. We're gonna, just a little bit of cream. We're gonna apply it to the snake. Just gotta get him a little greased up. Just gotta grease up the snake before we get him out of here. I'm just gonna apply this all around the body. There we go. And this should lube him up just enough to slide him out. There you go. A little bit. I gotta be so gentle. Try to get him greased. And his spine's at an angle, so if I twist his spine a little bit this way, I can do it without putting too much pressure on it. Try to sleep. There we go. It's slowly coming through. There we go. Almost. Right. I like to switch hands because that hand's too greasy to pin the snake. There we go. Mr. Water Moccasin, if you have to poop, you should do it now. You gotta get that extra weight out of you. Just gonna gently. There we go. There we go. Perfecto, we got him.
Yeah.
Nice. Good little juvie. Probably about 1.5 years old. And he's just losing that bit of yellow on his tail. They use it as a lure. That tail will completely be yellow, mimicking a grub, flicking it around, attracts frogs and geckos and whatnot, and they'll come and feed on them. So a nice little water moccasin. And because he's a native species, we're just gonna let him go in the swamp over here. So let's go release him. All right. This is a sweet spot. I can see why he got caught in that trap, because this is the sweetest little area to be a water moccasin in. Perfect little pond. The water's real low, so all the frogs and fish are trapped in here, and this will be a neat little spot for them to live. This is the most dangerous part about releasing a venomous reptile if you have to pin them. So you have to let go of the head. There we go. You're free! You're free! Go ahead. Go swim. Go swim. Go. Be free. Get out of here. Avoid the traps. There he goes. Awesome. Woo! We saved a water moccasin! All right, Jenna. I think we're done here.
Awesome.
You're resetting that trap?
Yep, it's all set up. It's ready to go. Ready
Thank you
to
for
catch
calling me out
tegus.
here. Thank you for letting me come take care of that for you
Thanks
guys.
for coming. We couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, I miss you. I don't see you too often. She's awesome, badass. Look at her. Look how tall she is. And she's jumping on 14-foot crocodiles taking data. She's wrestling with the croc. She's got the pad. She's like, it's around 14 feet. She's awesome. Check her out on her Instagram right here. Thank you so much for letting me come out here and help you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Love the wildlife. Stay safe. Wash your hands and stay gangster. Mr. Water Moccasin, if you have to poop, you should do it now. You gotta get that extra weight out of you.